Yo, what's up, everybody? It is Monday, November 22nd, Thanksgiving week. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. One of my favorite, if not the favorite, my favorite holiday. All right, today was an interesting day. Kind of a little bit concerning, and I'll tell you why. We had the NASDAQ make a new all-time record high, and then it retreated pretty sharply, I should say. Early in the day after it made that high, it went down, and it tried to recover a little bit, and then it closed really ugly. The reason why I'm saying it's concerning is because I did see a slowdown in the fiscal flows late last week, Thursday and Friday. Now, 2 days does not make a trend, and for those of you who have followed me for any length of time, you know that I don't react on a day or a couple of days market action. I allow the data to play out, and then I make a determination. Now, there was a reason. Friday in particular had a very, very slow fiscal flow. It was like below 10 billion. And we haven't had that, all this fiscal year, and like for as far back as I could remember. Like the 10-day average has been up close to 30 billion. And we ended last week around 28 billion, and then, to see a number like 9.5 billion in a day, that's concerning. But there was a reason for that, and my subscribers know what that reason is because I sent out an email explaining it. Now, I'm not going to jump to conclusions because if in fact there is some kind of a real contraction in the fiscal flows, it doesn't matter if you sell here or it doesn't matter if you sell 2,000 points, below here in the Dow. If there is a real, longer term contraction in the fiscal flows, then the market is going much lower and the economy is going to contract. But that's not going to happen. I'm more concerned with the short term to try to give you guys a heads up on what I think, might be the outlook for the next several weeks or maybe the next month or something like that. Remember, there's a lot of things that are coming into play right now. Okay? We still have these child tax credit payments which are adding to the fiscal flows. That's good, but there's only one more payment coming up in December. I think that's December 16th. And then I think next year in 2022, it goes back to the normal child tax credit where you're not getting the check up front, but you're claiming it on your tax return, if I understand that correctly. But you're also getting a 5.9% increase in Social Security payments. And Social Security is the biggest single line item of expenditure. It's over $1 trillion annually. So that's a big boost too. So there's a lot of things that are gonna come into play. We got this new stimulus, the infrastructure and the social spending plan and all that stuff. There's a lot of things. I'm optimistic. Let me just, as a base projection, I'm optimistic, but I know a lot of you want to know, hey, what's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen in the next hour? What's going to happen in the next 2 minutes? So I try to satisfy everybody. Market averages are obviously high. I said, last month, and I was criticized for being a flip-flopper because I said for a couple of days, I think the market's going to be in a correction because I saw a slowdown in the fiscal flows, and then I saw it picked up again, and I said we're going up to new highs, and we did go up to new highs. So, all right, if you want to call me a flip-flopper for that, but you could have just gotten back in or whatever, or if you had a hedge on, you could have lifted the hedge, whatever. The thing is now, again, I mean, I've said this so many times that but it's okay, because repetition is how you learn. It's how we learn that it's all about the fiscal flows. I mean, it's all about the fiscal flows. So we saw a very, very weak day on Friday, but there was an explanation for that, which my subscribers will understand, because I sent out an email. And I still think, looking ahead, I mean, I go back to what I said a long time ago. All right, I'll go back to what I said, I think in November 2020, after the election, that nothing is going to change at the very earliest until the midterm elections in November 2022. I mean, that is a moment when the possibility exists that you can have, so to speak, a regime change in Congress. And who knows, maybe they go for some kind of fiscal conservatism. Maybe they go for some kind of, you want to balance the budget. That would be horrendous. That would be horrific. I don't see that happening, because if the Republicans gain power in Congress in 2022 in November, you know what they're going to do? They're going to do tax cuts, and they're going to do more military spending. So I just don't see that happening. I mean, they might cut back on social spending. So again, we're going to see a shift in the economy. But overall, in terms of the amount of income transfer from the government to the economy, I just don't see that happening anytime soon. So I think the path is an upward path. It's not the same as it was in April, May, June, July 2020, or in March of 2021, when it was a massive burst and it just went straight up. I mean, you're going to have your normal corrections. There were also things, I have to say, and today is Monday, so I sent out the new MMT Trader report, and there were things in the banking data that I think are important that you need to know. Okay? You still have time to go to my website, Pitbull Economics, and sign up for a 30-day free trial of MMT Trader. And I've said, if you have a problem, meeting the cost right now, I'll try to work with you. But after November 30th, December 1st, when is that? Next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, the cost goes up. It's really going to be for institutions. A lot of people got in. I still have people like at $100 a month. They saw the value in that, and there's still the value in what it is right now. So that is the update for today. The market pullback, I don't think is anything particularly scary or dangerous, or that it portends something longer term, big time. I think the flows are still going to be fine. We have December 3rd when, we got this debt ceiling, and the continuing resolution has to be figured out again, but that's politics, and we tend to get through that. I'm going to take an optimistic, a positive view here. We'll see what happens. There's no sense to speculate in advance on what these idiots are going to do in Congress. I mean, let's sit back and wait and see what they do, and then we can strategize. It's very easy, because as I've said for so many years, if you followed me, they tell you what they're going to do. And when they tell you what they're going to do, and that includes the Fed, that includes Congress, that includes all of them, when they tell you what they're going to do, regulators, then if you understand how policy affects the economy, and we do through the lens of MMT, then it's pretty easy to strategize off of that. The rest is just, mental game, patience. Anyway, that's it for today. Don't forget, go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com. Sign up for a 30-day free trial of MMT Trader. See everybody tomorrow. Bye.